I'm Kane from Active Outsourcing, which is www.activeoutsourcing.com.au, and for 15 long years I've been knee-deep in outsourcing, having created a team at Moore Stephens in Melbourne and moving on to help fix the national Deloitte outsourcing team in Australia, although they were offshore. Last time I spoke about communicating outsourcing to Australian staff. Unlike your staff, who have their fair share of job-based fears, bless their anxious little hearts, most clients will likely understand your business decision to outsource some of the work. Thanks to the pioneers at Telstra and their bold move of outsourcing call centres in the late 1990s and early 2000s, the concept of outsourcing has become somewhat familiar. The memories of those evening calls around 7 p.m. with the deafening silence when you picked up the phone, the ominous click and the scripted voice. Good times, really good times. Well, not really. Honestly, your clients are usually savvy enough to grasp the concept of outsourcing and the reasons behind it. However, regardless of your decision to get help offshore with work, it's actually crucial to be clear that you remain ultimately responsible for the supervision and control of the work. Now, I'm not suggesting you shout from the rooftops that you're going to start outsourcing work. There's no need or obligation to do that. However, you do have an ethical obligation as an accountant to disclose this information that you're outsourcing to clients. It's best to weave this into your annual engagement letter, accompanied by a standard clause in the agreement stating you may engage third-party service providers whether they operate locally or offshore. Now that's the legals ticked off, and I have an excellent outsourcing clause that I've workshopped over the years and provided to dozens of firms. If you want a copy, just DM me. On that, let's not forget the cloud technology aspect of accountancy these days as well. Those platforms like Xero, Google Mail, Dropbox, BGL360 and Slack have all revolutionised the accountancy profession, and they deserve a mention here. When drafting your engagement letter, it's essential to consider the usages of such cloud technology and the potential risks involved, because you are actually outsourcing your client's information to a third-party software provider. Yeah, my accountant friends, the fun really never ends. For a more in-depth exploration of this matter, check out APS GN30 Outsourced Services. It's a real cure for insomnia that also includes the updated engagement framework and its implications for data storage providers as well. Now, if you are feeling overwhelmed with the engagement process and the annual ritual it has become, and yes, it should truly be an annual event, fear not. Ignition App, formerly known as Practice Ignition, is one way to deal with that. It can reduce the pain and the suffering of this seemingly never-ending process of both outsourcing of work and the data thing I mentioned before. And I have no affiliation with this product. I think it's just a great solution. Now, armed with this knowledge, go forth and conquer the world of communicating outsourcing to your clients after you get started outsourcing with a reputable provider. Now, I reckon you got this. I'm Kane from Active Outsourcing, which is www.activeoutsourcing.com.au. And do remember that I'm always happy to answer any questions you have on this topic or anything about outsourcing and accountancy and what outsourcing can offer you and your accountancy firm.